Science touches every part of our life. Right from beginning, when we get up, we need clean, safe water. We also use toothpaste. We have to have proper breakfast. We have to wear clothes to suit the tropical environment, and so on. If we can develop scientific temper in our day-to-day life, our life becomes much more comfortable. All scientists like us in the world are working to make the life more comfortable for a layman. But many times, even if we want to go and deliver lectures or directly contact students and so on, it's not possible to do so. But in 21st century, it is very easy to contact several people through such media. And with that idea, this concept of making 3 educational films has emerged. Luckily, World Bank under TechQuip program gave the financial support, and that's why we will be able to distribute free copies of these DVDs to various schools and NGOs and social and scientific organizations. Through this, we plan to give 3 messages. The first one is science in day-to-day life. Then food. Food is most important for everybody, may it be educated, poor, rich, or whatever it is. And adulteration. When we say food, we have to also ensure that the food is safe, and how to find out if it is adulterated and to whom to contact. So I hope that we are able to cater to a large number of students and women and laymen through this medium of 3 films.
UICT, University Institute of Chemical Technology, is Mumbai's premier research institute in the field of engineering and technology. It is popularly known as UDCT. Basic and advanced research is conducted on 14 different subjects in the field of technology. This institute is working since the last 75 years. According to an international survey, UICT is the best institute of chemical technology in India. This institute provides consultancy to the industry. It works as advisor for the business world. Progress of the nation, social welfare, as also environment protection are the main objectives of UICT. Based on these, many programs are run by the institute.
The institute has focused on developing new 50 technologies. These are related to improving economy of the industry by developing new processes, novel products, new designs, because of which the pollution is eliminated, less energy is consumed, and the profitability of the industry improves. The several programs taken up by the institution under service to community and economy. I may like to tell just 2 examples. One is the implementation of new energy saving cooking device for the purpose of the meal food, then development of several technologies for the jails as well as for the slum area. Now this has been excellent outcome, and the students have also learned how to serve our society, how to find the problems and how to solve the problems which are faced by our country.
The Food Engineering Technology Department of Institute of Chemical Technology was established in 1943. It is the oldest course in food technology that this country has been conducting intensively at an academic level. We have a faculty of about 7 to 9 people. The course is very heterogeneous and the faculty also is very heterogeneous. We have food technologists, we have chemical engineers, we have faculty in basic sciences like microbiology, biochemistry, molecular biology and bioprocess technology, rubbing shoulders with each other and working in a harmony towards different aspects of food technology and science. Adultration has been one of the thrust areas, And lots of work and research has been already done in the department at the master's and the doctorate level. Certain investigations that were carried out have been accepted by FDA, Maharashtra, as standards for checking of adulteration. In our country with heterogeneous food systems, adulteration has been one of the major criteria. The other aspect is the economic discrepancies that we have in our population. In these circumstances, with the growing population, with the growing competition, the manufacturers and the suppliers are all the time tempted to adulterate the foods that we eat. Moreover, the thing is more complicated in a country like ours, where 80 to 90% of the food is manufactured in the unorganized sector. There are no standards, there are some traditional methods followed, things are copied from somebody, and the only objective is profiteering. It's very necessary that the common man at least knows what type of adulterants are used, what could be as an adulterant present in the food, and where and how it could be checked at the kitchen level, and if not avoided, the product would be much harmful to the consumer.
In English, there is a simple word called teacher. However, in Sanskrit, there are various phrases or words used to communicate different shades of teacher. The one who has information of a subject and who can transform it or transfer it easily to others, the students, is called Adhyapak. Along with information, if he or she also has skill, knowledge to use the information, and he can also teach that to the students, that person is known as Upadhyaya. Along with information and skill, if the teacher also has insight, if he can interpolate, if he can answer the question why, he is known as Pandit. Along with information, skill and insight, if a person also has foresight, the ability to extrapolate, the ability to answer the question why not, it's called visionary. And all of us have witnessed all top successful persons, may it be any field, are visionary. They see ahead of time and they see the things differently. The same thing seen differently. The last and the most highest title in teachers, the one who has information, skill, insight and foresight coupled with wisdom, is known as Guru. A Guru uses all his faculties for the benefit of the society. There are only handful of institutes in the world and in India who have a tradition to produce Pandits, Rashtas and Gurus, and I am very proud to state that all of us are working in one such institute.
Nature goes on changing, more often for the good. Nature provides sustenance to all its creatures in the purest form. Even the animals take from nature what is essential, and they never try to alter it in any way. In turn, they are nurtured with great loving care by Mother Nature. But it is an ungrateful and ever greedy creature, proclaiming to be the wisest of them all, the man. He foolishly imposes his own changes, not only on Mother Nature, but also on its own species. When man tries to play the arrogant master, nature punishes in its own way. In a span of few eventful years, man succeeded in inflicting deep scars on nature. Unmindful of the catastrophes already unleashed, today he continues the ugly game against the mother nature, against his own fellow beings, against himself. This is gur or jaggery. In its original form, it is a health booster. Gur has sucrose and iron content in it, capable of giving instant energy. Traditionally, villagers welcome guests with water and a piece of jaggery to quickly freshen them up after long and tiring travels. But often it is adulterated with a harmful dye. Maternal yellow is a yellow dye. It is added to food items with yellow color like jalebi, jaggery, turmeric powder to make them more attractive. But people who do this overlook the fact that it is toxic to the genes and may cause cancer by modifying their action.
Fortunately for us, there is a very simple method for detection of maternal yellow in food items. Maternal yellow, when reacted with concentrated hydrochloric acid, produces a purple-pink color.
Let's look at the jaggery samples. Dissolve a small amount of both jaggery samples in water. Now add 3 to 4 drops of concentrated hydrochloric acid to it. Purple color indicates that this jaggery sample is adulterated with maternal yellow. Let's now take this turmeric powder that we buy purely for its medicinal properties and flavor and not color. Shake 3 pinchfuls of turmeric powder in about 10 milliliters of water and let it settle. Filter and warm the filtrate. Add 3 to 4 drops of concentrated hydrochloric acid. An instant appearance of violet color that stays even after dilution of water indicates presence of maternal yellow dye. There are other dyes that are used to make food items more bright and attractive. Let's look at 2 more of such hazardous dyes. Malachite Green. This is a dye that is used to brighten up the green color of vegetables like green peas, chilies, etc. The dye has a complex structure. Its effects on fish and rodents indicate that it is taken to liver for detoxification after consumption. Detoxification means breaking down the toxic materials. In the liver, Malachite Green forms complex structures with DNA, the crucial molecule that carries information of life on it. This DNA then mutates and the important information stored in it is lost.
There's a very simple method to find out whether your peas or beans have been coated with Malachite Green. Malachite Green is a hydrophobic dye.
Hydrophobic means water-hating or water-repelling. Simply rub the green vegetables on a wet filter paper. If it is made brightened, it will leave green blotches. Sudan Red. Sudan Red, like other dyes, is also genotoxic and carcinogenic. Unfortunately, there are no simple laboratory tests that will detect this dye, but highly sophisticated instruments like HPLC, that is High Performance Liquid Chromatography Machine, or HPTLC, that is High Performance Thin Layer Chromatography Machine, are required. Chilli powder is many times also adulterated with brick powder.
Do not get misled by the bright colors of eatables. A common example of this is chili powder, which is often adulterated with brick powder.
Add a spoonful of chili powder samples to the test tubes and a little amount of water to both, and shake well. Let the samples settle for a while. Brick powder being heavy sinks and can be observed settled at the bottom of the tube. This is black pepper, a nature's marvel. It evolved as a spice millions of years ago. It is savored by the people, and it is not even very expensive. But greed compels, and it is mixed with poor and useless non-edible papaya seeds that resemble it and cause harm to the health.
Although papaya seeds do not harm your health, they bring down the quality of black pepper.
Let's see why black pepper was so indignated. Observe closely. These dried papaya seeds seriously lack the luster that is there on the black pepper. Although they don't harm your health, they bring down the quality of black pepper. Let's see how to detect this quality loss. Here are the beakers containing alcohol. Let's add the 2 black pepper samples to these beakers. Pure black pepper seeds will sink to the bottom, whereas dried empty papaya seeds will float on the surface. Although not very efficient, water can also be used to carry out this test at home. Saffron is something that we link our celebrations and happy moments with. It is exquisite. Saffron is in fact anthers of saffron flower. It has a unique and precious flavor that is linked with admiration of the people you love. But often it is adulterated with cheaply available tendrils of the maize cob. These tendrils are dried and colored with artificial colors.
Saffron is often mixed with cheaply available tendrils of corn cob. These tendrils are dried and then coated with artificial colors. However, these tendrils lack the tensile strength of original saffron.
Saffron is often mixed with the easily and cheaply available tendrils of the maize cob. These tendrils are dried and colored with artificial colors, but they are brittle and break off easily, unlike the original saffron, which has much more tensile strength. One more simple test is to mix your saffron sample in water and tease it. You can see that the maize cob tendrils, since they are artificially colored, will quickly lose the color, and the original colorless tendril will be left behind. Saffron, on the other hand, will continue to give color as long as it lasts.
Another common ingredient of sweets is the silver foil that makes the sweets expensive and royal. However, the silver foil is replaced by aluminium foil.
Aluminium consumption is hazardous to health. It may cause impairment of bone formation by the inhibition of osteoblastic function, microcystic anemia, where the red blood cells reduce in size and hamper oxygen supply to the body, hyperaluminosis, where the lungs become seriously affected and leads to breathing problems. A simple test for checking aluminium foil adulteration is as follows. Scrape the surface of the sweet gently in a test tube. and burn this metal completely. On ignition, genuine silver foil burns away completely, leaving glistening white spherical ball of the same mass, while aluminium foil is reduced to ashes of black-grey color. In response to hydrochloric acid, silver foil remains, while aluminium foil dissolves. The story of butter is even weirder. It is the essence of energy, a very rich food, and gives our body ample supply of storable energy. But the greedy elements of our society mix it with vanaspati or vegetable oil. In their respective roles, both butter and vanaspati are quite valuable. But when these two are mixed, they form a dangerous combination, harmful to health.
Let us now see how to detect adulteration of vanaspati in ghee and butter.
Vanaspati is a hydrogenated oil which is used as a frying medium in Indian cooking. It is not supposed to be consumed, but is to be used only as a frying medium. It has low density lipids which are commonly known as bad cholesterol. It is bad for health and leads to cardiac disorders and clogging of blood vessels. Take 1 teaspoonful of molten ghee or butter and warm it on flame. With equal quantity of concentrated hydrochloric acid in a test tube. Add to it a pinch of cane sugar. Shake it well for 1 minute and let it stand for 5 minutes. Appearance of crimson color in lower layer shows the presence of vanaspati. The criminals against humanity make profits out of such frauds and continue to get away with this. Food adulteration is illegal. Time has come for us to be aware of such nefarious activities and recognize our right to fight and stop them. Health is precious. Time has come for all of us to know the truth and expose the greedy criminals hidden amongst us. Under the Prevention of Food Adulteration, that is PFA Act, law has made ample provisions to prevent the dangerous act of food adulteration and punish the guilty. Depending upon the gravity of the harm due to food adulteration, the convicted person is punishable with fines and penalties, with imprisonment for a period ranging from 6 months to 3 years. In certain cases, the punishment may extend to life imprisonment. A wise man has said that everything in nature is lyrical in its ideal essence, but tragic in its fate. Indeed, when man foolishly tries to alter the pure gifts of nature, the outcome is bound to be tragic, unless all of us become a little more alert, a little more smart to challenge this dangerous game of greed and fraud.